Hello everyone, in this video we're going to learn how to modify Inkscape text using variables within LaTeX. So without further ado, let's get started. So say this rectangle, we want it to read that it has a length of 72 millimeters and a width of 30 millimeters, or a height of 30 millimeters. Now those are hard-coded values currently in Inkscape, as highlighted here and here. We can also turn those into variables. So we're going to go new, and we're going to type in \new command. Our command will be \length, and our definition will be 72 millimeters. So we're basically creating a variable right now. We'll do the same for width. And we will save this as variable definition. Now we're going to include that in our main document, \include variable definition, and we should just run that quick. Now we should be able to replace 72 millimeters with \length and 30 millimeters with \width. And as we can see, we lost the space behind just because we need to add a \behind so that we can keep the spacing. And now it matches, it looks exactly like it did before when we hard-coded the values. So now we're going to jump over to Inkscape and we're going to use the same variable definition there. So now we're back in Inkscape looking at our file from last time. We have our red rectangle with our x and y mathematical variables, and we're going to update these to the variables we just created, so \length and \width. And we should be good to go from here, so we can just save, and then file, save a copy, save to EPS, save. These are the exact same conditions as last time, so okay. And we're going to replace our existing file. And now we'll jump back to Text Studio. Okay, now back in Text Studio, we'll recompile the document. And the variable names from the figure were updated and interpreted by LaTeX to the numbers we want, so 72 and 30 millimeters, which is perfect. Now, say we wanted to change the rectangle's size without going back into the Inkscape document. We could open our variable definition, and maybe it's actually 71 millimeters long, and maybe it's 32 millimeters high. So we can save this, and we can recompile the document. And now all of our references to those variables match. So the 71 in the text and in the figure updated, and the 32 updated in the figure and the drawing. I'll just swap that back to what they actually were in Inkscape, so 70 and 30. And there you go. So this can be a super powerful tool if you have variables as you're writing, and they may or may not be changing due to new data or new information. You can make sure that you're consistent throughout your document by setting that as a variable, and then implementing it both in your Inkscape figures and your LaTeX code.